Hi, my name is Katie. I like comics. This is what I read this week. We have the final issue of The Last Day of H.P. Lovecraft. If you're wanting to move out of just reading the big two, you haven't read any indies, and you want to see something else that comics can do, I do highly recommend this. If you can't track down all of the singles, the trade is coming out later this year, I believe either August or September, which feels really late, but it is by Boom Studios, so they might just do things a little bit slower, which makes sense. Issue 8 of Captain America. This is definitely setting up a lot of what's going to happen in Armageddon. I love this arc and this comic book run in general so much. It's so good for Steve Rogers. I cannot wait to see him continue to deal with a post-World War II Germany situation because he was in the ice at the time. And Ultimates 22. I'm a little heartbroken that I was wrong, but I only think I'm half wrong. If you didn't know, I had a very plotted out theory that I thought this was actually Jack Monroe because in Ultimates Invasion, there is a screen that the maker had laid out who was dead, who was alive, and what he recovered from them. James Buchanan Barnes was listed as dead, and Jack Monroe was listed as alive but inactive. So I thought that this was actually Jack Monroe, and I thought it was going to be a very cool callback to Captain America. It's Bucky. That's not a spoiler. I had just come up with that theory. It's Bucky. So I was wrong. However, the story from Invasion to now has been passed off from Hickman to Camp. So that's actually something I think was changed in this time period to go from Camp's vision to Hickman's vision. So I only think I was half wrong. I would need definitive, no, we were never planning to have Jack Monroe be involved to believe I was completely incorrect. And then we have Star Wars Hyperspace Stories Grievous. So what Star Wars is now doing with the Hyperspace Stories line is they're releasing these graphic novels. So rather than having to follow the mini story structure of singles that are designed to bring somebody back the next month, they're just releasing like 120-page graphic novel stories. Loved this. I do like the Clone Wars era. I love the new Jedi that was in this. Highly recommend this. I also recommend the other one. There was a Qui-Gon Jinn one. There's going to be an Obi-Wan and a Mace Windu one coming out later this year. If you were here this long, thank you so much. Here's your kitty reward. He's trying to get the camera again. Here's my baby.